Hello everyone and welcome to Virtual Tech. In today's video we will be taking a look at the IIIF150. This is a rugged budget smartphone that I picked up from AliExpress that comes with a 10,000 milliamp battery. If you are looking to purchase this, I will have an affiliate link in the description down below. Just clicking on that really helps out the channel. So the phone itself is chunky, it is heavy, it does have a 10,000 milliamp battery inside. We'll get to that in a second. So it comes in a really cool box. They've made it look like a crate. And if you open this one up, you do get the phone itself. And then it also comes with a screen protector, which you need to install yourself, as well as a wipes, just to make sure you get a nice clean finish. You've also got some information, and then my one came with an EU power plug. This is 18 watts, as well as a braided Type-C USB cable. The power plug that this comes with is only 18 watts, and this phone doesn't really support anything higher. So even if you use a spare or you buy an extra power plug, it's going to be slow to charge, especially considering that you do have a 10,000 milliamp battery inside this. This is going to be really slow to charge. I have used it for a while, I've played around with it for a while, and I haven't been able to get it to 100% charge. If I leave it overnight, sure it would be, but I'm just used to plugging it in for 45 minutes for 1 hour. Yeah, just something to bear in mind, it does charge quite slowly. This is the B2 version. They do have the B2 Pro, B2 Ultra. Some of the more higher end versions of this do have support for faster charging. Taking a look at the phone itself, you do have this nice 6.5-inch LCD screen and 60 Hz. There you go. It does have some bezeling on it, but I guess a lot of this just goes towards the ruggedness. You've also got volume up, volume down. This is texturized. And then you've also got a smooth power button, but this also functions as a fingerprint reader. So yep, you've got that on the side, which is accessible, it's pretty reachable. I do like having them on the side. And then on the left, you've also got a shortcut key. This is programmable. You can make this do different things. I can show you that later on. And then you've also got this SIM, and so dual SIM, as well as a micro SD card support. So it's a bit tricky to take this one out. It does come with a pin. You poke it in, and then you kind of have to pry it out there because it is recessed in quite deep. I suppose this is to help with the waterproofing. And you've also got all these covers. On the back side, on the underside, you've got a Type-C charging cable. There you go. The Type-C charging port as well is also recessed inside. So this can make it a bit difficult for maybe some cables or some accessories to really plug in, just because of how deep it's recessed. But again, this is just to help with the waterproofing. The phone itself does have this rubberized shock protection on the top as well as on the bottom, and then the side is bare aluminum. It is slippery, this being quite heavy as well. You can just see if I'm holding it like this, it just wants to slip down, because this is just smooth metal over here. If I do just look at my other phone, you can see here it just holds just fine. This is a lot lighter, it's a lot thinner, but it's just there's more grip here, especially with this casing, and this phone is just slippery. Especially if it's a loose grip, it just wants to fall down. And then on the back, it's again rugged material, but it's very smooth. It feels like they went for a grippy look, but then it's not really grippy. It is rugged, but it's not. It is just smooth, and then the metal as well is just really, really slippery, especially if you get sweaty hands. So turning it on, there you go. It does have a I wouldn't use this phone as your daily driver just because it's not the quickest. It has a T606, which is a 1.6 gigahertz 8-core chip. So it does have 2 ARM Cortex A75s as well as 6 ARM Cortex A55. Both of them are running at 1.6 gigahertz. It's not quick. I would not buy this to replace your daily driver. Here's the landing page. It will load up images. You can zoom in. You can zoom in to read You can also go into your messaging applications. It does have Android 13, whatever this is, installed. And then I've also got the Android security updates for 5th April 2024, and this was an update. And then, yeah, this is pretty cool. In terms of audio quality, it does just have a single mono speaker here at the bottom over here. When you're watching videos, it's quite easy to cover it. And it's not great. It's quite like high, quite whiny. I don't think they've really tried to put a good speaker in this, but it is perfectly usable. And if you are just using it for like YouTube videos or something, it's okay. I wouldn't use it for movie watching on the go, unless you've got Bluetooth earphones. It does not have a headphone jack. So I did want to show you some PSP emulation. So Star Wars Force Unleashed, it's not really playable even at 1x scaling, but a game like Tekken, a lot more lightweight, it runs it just fine. I'm going to be using the on-screen keys, just keep things simple here, but you can also plug in a Bluetooth controller, and this would work fine as well. The cameras on this are, they're okay. They're perfectly usable. You do have a 48 megapixel main camera, and then you've also got a macro camera, and then you've also got a 20 megapixels, autofocus night vision camera, which is super, super cool. Actually, this wasn't the first time I ever used a night vision camera, and it works really, really well. If I'm in a dark room, if I'm outside and it's completely dark, I can't see anything. Somehow the phone can. Obviously, if you're looking at objects really, really like far away in the dark, they're going to be harder to see. But objects like, even just 10, 15 meters away, it can capture them really, really well. I'm pretty amazed by that, especially at this price point that they've managed to include this night vision camera. This is a nice phone. It's a great budget, rugged phone. I would not really recommend you buy this as a daily driver, because the chipset that this is using, the T606, it's about 5 years old, and even when it came out, it wasn't actually using the latest or fastest architecture and stuff. It's not quick, but it is perfectly usable. YouTube videos, 1080p YouTube works no problem. I did do some emulation as well, PSP emulation. Kind of works. It works with like some games like Tekken 6, other games it won't. I thought it was cool because it does have a really, really big battery in it. Performance, 6 gigabytes RAM, and then it can also use the internal storage. But you do get 256 gigabytes of storage inside, which is actually a lot, and the inclusion of the SD card for expansion as well is pretty cool for the price. I think this is really, really good value as a side phone or a secondary phone, just when you're traveling or when you just need the extra durability and you don't want something expensive. You just want something that works. This works really, really well. And it's got a bunch of tools as well. It's got super, super bright. It does have 3 LED torches. Compared to like a regular phone, the torch on this does also, it is brighter. You can get faster phones for this money, but I've seen some Samsung ones as well. They have an AMOLED screen, the same amount of money as well, but they have a smaller battery life. They don't have a night vision camera. They don't have this durability. If you want a rugged phone just on the side for your adventures, for your camping, maybe for your weekend out in the forest, or for your fishing or anything like that, a phone like this is really, really cool, especially at this sort of price point. If you do want more performance, you can pick up the B2 Pro, which should have their G99, which, yeah, that's going to give you a considerable speed boost. And then you've also got the B2 Ultra. So there are other options out there if you do want more speed, but for the price that you're paying, you're getting a lot of hardware and a lot of tech for your money. This does come with Android 13 installed, but I wouldn't expect any further updates, or maybe an update to Android 14 or Android 15. I'm looking at IIIF150. They don't usually update the Android versions for their older devices. It's just when there's a new version of Android out there, they'll just release the B2, the B3 or the B4. So if you are looking for the latest Android updates, this isn't the phone for you. But at this price point, it is really hard to complain. If you are looking to buy this, I will have an affiliate link in the description down below. And this was my first phone review as well. So if you've got any tips or suggestions on what you want to see, and how I could improve my phone reviews, just leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching. Take care.